creators of Club David, Harvest TV Studios brings you Brain Power with Mark Gathige and Brian Baraka. Go big or go home.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Wadau there to all the Slay Kings and the Slay Queens out here. Salute! Welcome to the hottest new show in town. The name of the game is Brain Power. And tonight we have such a special episode just waiting for you watching us this very night. It is going to be fire. It is going to be such an amazing round because the contestants have changed. And remember, this is where you either go big or you go home.
Yes. And you forgot to introduce yourself.
So yes. And we are there, hosts for tonight. My name is Brian Baraka and
my name is Mark Gathige.
Yes.
Now tonight's episode is quite a breather. You know, we've had like fire upon fire, like for the last few
really
episodes.
has been.
And just to let our contestants chill for tonight, we have brought in a different set of guests. Now these contestants for tonight, they are leaders and pastors under Harvest Family Church.
Oh yes,
so
we are.
if I were you, the pastors that you're about to see here, just start cheering them on because they have no idea what's coming.
They have no idea what is coming their way. So as you share this link with somebody, start a watch party either on Facebook or on YouTube.
Oh yes.
Call somebody and tell them the Brain Power is live. And introducing the contestants for tonight.
Where do we start from? Do we start from HFC?
Let's start right here from the headquarters.
Oh yes.
And introducing the contestants for tonight, representing Harvest Family Church headquarters, the pastors themselves, our singing star, Lady Pastor Liz Macau,
Let's give a
and
warm
Pastor
welcome.
Nash. Why don't you give them a round of applause as they walk into the studio. Welcome Pastor Liz and welcome
I thought you'd
Nash.
have like a bit more swag. Okay, so I know you're trying.
Welcome to Brain Power. And now let's go to the Ark Youth Church.
They came branded.
They came branded in denim. And representing the Ark, we have none other than Pastor Pinton Biruri and Ethel Waresha.
Hey, come on.
Dressed in denim, why don't you just applaud them as they walk into the studio? And last but not least, all the way from the Greater Love Church, the lady that founded our first ever
the TGL branch.
TGL branch.
Yes.
That is Pastor Faith,
Helen.
representing the Greater Love Church. Why don't you appreciate Pastor Faith and Moses Kimanga as they walk into the studio to represent the Greater Love Church?
Oh my goodness. Now, before we go any further, have you shared this link? Have you begun a watch party with your friends? Have you put it on your timeline? Have you put it on your status? Everywhere? If not, now is a very good time to do so. And also let us know in the comment section which of these three teams you are rooting for. Because trust me, you need to have a team that you're rooting for by the time this episode is coming to an end.
Yes. And now to our contestants, how do you feel being in Brain Power? You can just speak into the microphone. We can start with the Greater Love Church. So you can look into camera 5 and tell us how you feel being in Brain Power.
We are excited, honored, and ready to have fun.
Amazing, excited, honored, and ready to have fun. Heading on to the Ark Youth Church.
Well, I feel like
Look
my brain
into
has
camera
power.
3. Your brain has power. The
Wow.
brain has power. That is Pastor Pinton for
There's
you.
only one way to find out how much power.
And the questions are going to be us right this moment.
Yes.
Last but not least, from Harvest Family Church.
We are so much excited.
We're so much excited. Now, I'm sure you all know what Brain Power is all about. And we've changed the type of questions that we've been asking just to suit the people we have tonight. So I'm pretty sure you all prepared yourselves for a certain number of questions, or a particular type of questions. But the way we're going to do it is going to be a bit different. So we're not going to have you guys choose categories as we did in the previous episodes, but rather we are going to give you categories. We're going to choose it for you. And each question has 1 minute. Each segment that we're going to talk about has exactly 1 minute for you to answer. So if you answer as many questions as possible, then you will get to earn your team as many points as possible. So for the first round, we have 5 sets of questions. So if you answer each question correctly, it means that you will walk away with 1,000 points at the end of that segment. So meaning that each correctly answered question earns you 200 points. Contestants, are we clear?
Yes. Now, to start the night off is a very special team that is dear to our hearts. And
Aren't they all?
And these ones are especially dear because they are from Harvest Family Church.
Oh, yes,
They are going to be our first contestants for the night. So, are you ready?
Pass.
No. Trust me, partner. So,
It's not that bad.
it's not that
not
bad.
that bad.
Now, the people who are watching you tonight, you are the face of Harvest Family Church tonight. Okay? So, I wish you well. Okay. Now, keep in mind, each question that you answer is worth 500 points. Each question answered correctly is worth 500 points. Sawa? So make sure that you try your level best. And are you ready for your set of questions?
Yes.
Who's going to answer? Is it Pastor Liz or is it Pastor?
Ladies first.
Oh, ladies first. All right, closer to the microphone, Pastor Liz. There's your timer. And here are your questions, starting now. In the 8 stages of disloyalty, which one is stage number 4?
Criticism.
What are the 5 gifts that Christ gave the church according to Ephesians 4:11?
Apostles, teachers, evangelists, prophets, pastors.
Now, according to the book, what it means to be a shepherd, what are the 2 kinds of people in a church?
The shepherd and the sheep.
When it comes to shepherds caring for sheep, what do the initials PVCI stand for?
Prayer, pray for them, interact with them, visit them, and counsel them.
And finally, what is loyalty?
It's another word for waminifu.
And
Faithful.
And your time is up. Oh, that has been quite something.
Yes, so that you're the first team. Anyway, I know I forgot to mention this, but this segment is called My Church, My Life. So it's questions pertaining to this church and how dear it is to our lives. So, how are you feeling now?
My heart is beating.
Now, question number 1, in the 8 stages of disloyalty, you said criticism. You're correct. It is stage number 4. According to Ephesians 4:11, the 5 gifts that Christ gave the church. Well, we have prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers, and apostles. So you got most of them correctly. Okay? And according to the book, what it means to be a shepherd, the 2 kinds of people in a church, yes, you're also correct. Sheep and shepherds. You're counting your marks as you go. It's 500. When it comes to shepherds caring for sheep, the initials PVCI. Prayer, visitation, counsel, and interaction. So yes, you also got that one. And finally, loyalty. Waminifu. Faithfulness. So with that said, you have earned all 5 questions correctly, giving you 2,500
500 points. Congratulations.
So well done, well done, well done.
Now, question is, will the Act Church be able to match up for it? Remember that they stated that they have brain power in them. So, you have 5 questions to answer within 1 minute. And every question counts. And to beat them, you need to answer 5 out of 5 questions correctly. Are you ready?
They look unsure.
They look a bit unsure. So who is it going to be? Is it going to be Pastor Pinton or who is it, or is it going to be Ethel? You'll go first.
Okay, closer to the microphone.
So just lean into the microphone when you're answering the questions and put in mind that you have exactly 1 minute to answer the following questions and try and answer them to the best of your ability. If you do not know the answers to the questions that we will ask, feel free to just say pass and we will move on to the next question. Okay, and your 60 seconds begins now. State two things or people that a helper can be linked to.
Come again.
State two things or people that a helper can be linked to.
Pass.
Name two types of assistants who are undesirable.
Disloyal. And
Dash and Dash are some of the major rebels in the Bible.
Ahithophel, Absalom.
And name two blessings of walking that come from walking in agreement.
The blessing of the Lord. And catching the anointing.
State two factors that can cause familiarity.
Closeness.
And your time is up. Congratulations. Now, Akshaj, looking onto camera 3, how has that round been for you?
Tricky.
Tricky is the word. How many points do you think you have acquired at the end of this segment?
Say 1,500.
1,500 points is indeed correct. Now, the first question we asked you is state two things or people that a helper can be linked to. The correct answer was either servant, wife, helper, Holy Spirit, son, armor bearer, or friend. Okay, and name two types of assistants who are undesirable. The correct answer was man-pleasing assistant, double-faced assistant, fault-finding assistant, or heart-stealing assistant. And name two blessings that come with walking in agreement. The correct answer was it attracts God's blessing, answers prayers, attracts God's presence, attracts strength to do almost everything you plan to do. And state two factors that cause familiarity. The correct answer was age, education, closeness, and wealth. But all in all, congratulations, you have been able to answer 3 out of 5 questions correctly. Why don't you just give them a round of applause as you are watching them at home? This is not an easy round.
Now, we started 2,500, now it's 1,500. Let's see what
Let's see
happens.
what they're going to do. The trend so far is 1,000 points down.
Yeah, but okay, wait. Yeah, okay, wow. Yeah, all right, so Pastor Faith, I'll ask that you move closer to the microphone for this one. Sorry? Oh, he's
Moses
starting.
is going to start.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I've been told that for this one specifically, we'll need to have you start as a pastor. Yes. Okay. So, are you ready for your questions?
Yeah.
There's your timer, and your questions begin now. To become a shepherd, all you need is...
Accept the call.
There are 7 steps to the anointing. Name any 4. Any.
Pass.
Name 3 roles of a branch pastor.
To lead the branch church, to report to the main church pastor, to shepherd.
Okay. What are some of the ways an assistant pastor can destroy a church?
Causing disloyalty,
Any other one?
not adhering
Okay.
to the main pastor.
Which are the ways in which you can build friendships in ministry?
Fellowship.
And time is up.
And time is up indeed. Now, to become a shepherd, all you need is a desire. It begins with a desire to become a shepherd. The 7 steps to the anointing. We have 1, obey God in spite of the pressure. Embrace persecution. Know that you can be anointed again and again. Do not be moved by threats and accusations. Have your own company. Pray specifically for power, miracles, signs and wonders. And finally, united prayer. The 3 roles, roles of a branch pastor. 1, you need to be a trustworthy steward. You need to be a faithful son or daughter. You need to be a bond servant of the Lord, a disciplined an enduring soul. Oh, sorry, I mentioned that one. And finally, like a diligent student. And finally, an honorable vessel. And some of the ways in which an assistant pastor can destroy a church: murmuring, strife, jealousy, gossip, and causing divisions. Okay, the final question was, which ways can you build friendships in ministry? This is accept one another, eat together, move about together, pray and minister together. Those are basically it. And that brings us to the end of your round. And how many points did our contestants get?
Let's ask them that. So, from the Greater Love Church, looking onto camera 6, from the questions that Mark has just read for you, how many points do you think you have acquired at the end of this segment?
It's okay, Atakandi, by faith.
By faith, you can do mighty things, and sadly, you were not able to do mighty things this very night. The Greater Love Church sadly has not been able to get any points, but all is not lost. We have a bonus question that can give you 500 points right this moment.
Okay.
So, hands on the buzzer. Just press the buzzer and get a feel of how it works.
You can even test if it
You can
works.
just test it. Yeah. Buzzer is not working.
Okay.
Let's try. Okay.
So, they're fixing it.
We're going to fix it, but as our technical team works on it, we'll just be sure to be very keen on who presses it first. We'll make sure that we're looking at you directly to make sure if you're the first one to press it, if our church is the first one to press it, or if Harvest Family Church is the first one to press it. Mark, I don't know if you mind looking onto the Greater Love Church to make sure that we don't pass on them.
I don't mind at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Now for 500 points, we have one question that can either take you, yes, Harvest Family Church, from 2,500 points to 3,000 points, and the Act Church from 1,500 points to 2,000 points, or the Greater Love Church from 0 all the way to 500 points. Are you ready? And your question.
Okay, focus.
Focus on this. Remember, you have exactly 1 minute to answer this question correctly. Whoever presses the buzzer first gets the first chance to answer this question. If you press it second, then you get a second chance to answer it. That is, if the first person was not able to answer it. Now try and press your buzzer. It's now working. So your question is, what are some of the ways of the assistant pastor as a friend? I'll repeat. What are some of the ways of the assistant pastor as a friend?
If I can rephrase that, what are some of the ways in which an assistant pastor can be a friend?
Yes.
Supporting the idea of the main pastor.
Supporting the idea of the main pastor.
Any other one?
Yes, our church.
By fellowshipping with the sheep.
By fellowshipping with the sheep. Any last answer? The window is closing in the next 20 seconds. Yes, Greater Love Church.
Visiting the sheep.
Sadly,
They're
you are
already
not
buzzing.
to answer, and none of you have been able to get the correct answer, sadly. The correct answer was, must learn to trust and be trustworthy, or will be a good friend if he opens to his leader, or who remains constant and will serve as a good friend, or is discreet and exercises confidentiality, and last but not least, believes in and truly admires his leader. Those were the correct answers. And now at the end of this round, we have leading us is none other than our mother church, that is Harvest Family Church. Why don't you give them a round of applause as you're watching us from home? They have acquired 2,500 points. Heading on to the Act Youth Church with Pastor Pinton and Ethel Waresha with
yes.
1,500 points, and following ever so closely. Remember that this is Brainpower, where anybody can get a chance to redeem themselves at any particular time. So TGL is now treading behind with 0 points, but mark you, they have a fighting chance.
Oh,
All
yes.
is not lost.
Oh yes, there's let's read a few things on social media. We have Wanja Mungai who's saying Baraka guy, chills, chills. We have Jewel Lulu who's saying Ethel Karada babes, please, Karada. We have Moses Njuguna Gitaka who's watching and is cheering you on. We have, hey, by the way, we have so many. Hey, okay, this is interesting. This is a
Mary
very
Courier
difficult.
saying, hey, Pastor Liz. Wow, you're having fans out here. On YouTube, Joseph Mwangi is saying, well done, at Pastor Liz again. And we have Miss Mwehaki saying, Church, oh yes.
There's someone called Nite Vikin Taitika. He's saying, Pastor Faye, you can make it.
Hey, Shiko saying, where? Hapa sasa unavoita nani sasa?
We have Rosalind Blessed who's saying, go Pastor Faith. We have Moses Njuguna Gitako saying, desire. I think this is in response to about shepherding.
William Mwangi, one of our contestants who has made it to the finals, is saying, Pastors, woohoo, it's going to be lit. So clearly you all have people who are supporting you and they're watching to see how far you will go at the end of tonight's
But
episode.
are they sharing?
But
Just
are they
because,
sharing?
yeah, you're commenting, yes, you're liking, and we love what it is that you're sharing on social media. But have you shared this link? Have you put it on your status? Have you begun a watch party? If not, now is a very good time to do so as we enter the second segment of Brain Power Pastors Edition.
Yes.
Now, this is Pastors Edition. Okay, not normal member edition, not like any of the ones that we've had before. So to up the stakes a little bit, this particular round is worth 1,000 points. And the name of the segment is What My Father Said.
Now
What my father
Said.
said.
So we're going to be asking you a series of questions on some of the teachings that our senior pastor, that is none other than Pastor Jimmy Macharia, who is the founder of all these three churches, has been teaching us over the years.
Okay, now, and to kick things off, this time round, we shall begin with the Greater
Love
Love
Church.
Church. All right, so this time round, Kim, closer to the microphone. Breathe in, it's your moment to shine.
Breathe out.
Okay, keep in mind, 1,000 points each question. So, and you only have 1 minute to do so.
Yes.
All right, so answer them well, answer them thoughtfully. So your timer and your questions begin now. In the sermon, Confessions of Specific Faith, what are the two types of confessions?
Name it, claim it.
What are the powers of a father?
Power to curse, power to bless, and to be a stumbling block, and to promote.
Okay. Faith will move you from dash to dash. Faith will move you from dash to dash.
From obscurity to notoriety,
Okay, closer to the microphone. What does the word chalak mean?
to surge forward.
State and recite the verse from which the theme of this year is from.
Matthew 11:12. And from the time of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and the violence take it by force.
And your 5 questions are up with 5 seconds to spare. Well done.
Well done,
Well done. You can breathe. You can breathe. You can breathe.
Congratulations.
So, you answered 5 questions. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You feel
Feeling
good?
good.
So the first question in the sermon, Confessions of Specific Faith. The two types of confessions are not name it and claim it. They are conversational confessions and deliberate confessions. Okay? The powers of a father, power to be a stepping stone, power to be a stumbling block, power to speak a blessing or a curse. So at least there you have those points. Faith will move you from obscurity to notoriety. Hey.
Congratulations.
The word chalak does indeed mean to surge forward, you're correct. And you have also stated and recited the verse correctly, which is Matthew 11:12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. And indeed, TGL have taken it by force.
They really have. And
Yes.
now, as we told you earlier, Brain Power is where anything can change. They
Oh, yes.
started threading from behind, and currently the Greater Love Church
Is
with
in the
4,000 points is in the lead. So clearly, contestants, you can see that anything can happen.
Oh, yes.
So you better have your A game on, or you will
We'll go home.
So, Ark Church, are you ready? Ethel, it's your turn to shine.
Yes, I'm ready.
You're ready. So you'll be looking onto camera 3 as you answer the following questions. Put in mind that you have exactly 1 minute to answer the series of questions. If you do not know any of the answers, feel free to say pass and we will move on to the next question. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay. And your 1 minute begins now. In the sermon, The Midas Touch, Pastor Jimmy Masharia taught us that God will raise 4 types of people. Name them.
Distributors, field marshal, producers, yes.
The most important relationships in your life is your relationship with Dash.
With God.
What are the major ways to work your faith?
By listening to sermons. Yes.
What is the first statement in our covenant greetings 2020?
This is my year of Biazo, my year of forceful advancement,
July was dubbed our month of Dash.
restoration.
And that is the end of your questions. Congratulations. Why don't you give the AQ Church a round of applause? Now, Ethan, looking onto camera 3, how many questions do you think you answered correctly?
Probably half of them.
Half of them.
Yeah.
So half means 2.5 questions out of 5.
Okay, probably 4.
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, AQ Church. You have been able to answer 3 questions correctly, meaning that you have successfully acquired 3,000
Well done.
points.
Well done.
Well done, well done. July was indeed dubbed our month of restoration. And what is the first statement in our covenant greeting 2020? It is my year of Biazo, forceful advancement. What are the 2 major ways to work your faith? The correct answer was name it and claim it. And the most important relationship in your life is your relationship with the Holy Spirit. That was the correct answer. But congratulations, nonetheless, you have successfully been able to answer 3 questions correctly, meaning that right now, at the end of this segment, you are following ever so closely from the Greater Love Church, who have 4,000 points.
Now, bringing it full circle to the last but certainly not the least. HFC, are you ready for your questions?
Ready?
You're ready? Yes. Okay. So keep in mind 60 seconds, okay? And be as loud as you can on that microphone. Okay? Say okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your 60 seconds and your questions begin now. You shall serve the Lord.
And he shall bless.
There are 3 levels of belonging to our church, namely
Aim to be a pastor. Aim enjoyment and serve.
there are different types of developing faith according to the faith series. Name as many as you can.
Sorry?
There are different types of developing faith according to the faith series you are taught. Name as many as you can.
Listening to someone, reading the word of God, praying, name it, claim it. Yes.
There are 5 types of blood that was shed but could not save anyone. Name as many as possible.
Blood of lamb.
And your time is up.
Blood of lamb. It is well. It is well. Are you okay?
Yes.
Wow.
All right. All right. There are 5 types of blood that was shed but could not save anyone. Blood of animals, I believe is what you're looking to say. The blood of servants, blood of martyrs, blood of saints and prophets, and finally the blood of Abel and Zechariah. Now, this one. I said there are different types of developing faith. different types of developing faith, according to the faith series. There's little faith, weak faith, strong faith, great faith, increasing faith, not name it and claim it. But nonetheless, you named it. And
He named it and he claimed it.
for the first question, which was you shall serve the Lord, you got it correct. The 3 levels of belonging to our church, I see you tried. Enjoyment, serving the temple, and finally aim to be a pastor.
Wow.
So with that said, how many questions do you think you answered correctly?
I think 2.
2. Are you sure? It's not bad to say 3.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5. You actually answered 2 questions correctly, adding to your score 2,000 points. So well done to you.
Well done. And now, before we take a break,
Yes.
we have a bonus question for them.
Oh yes, we do.
Yes,
we
we
do.
do. So this bonus question,
Yes.
it can take Harvest Family Church from 2,000 points to 3,000 points. It can also take the Ark U Church from 3,000 points to 4,000 points. And for the Greater Love Church, it can take you from 4,000 points to 5,000 mega points.
So put your hand on your buzzer.
Put the hands
This is
on
1,000
your
points.
An
1,000
entire
points.
1,000. Now, any of you can press the buzzer, and you can discuss amongst yourself who will answer the question. If you know the answer, just shout it. It doesn't matter if it is Moses or Faith, if it is Ethel or Pastor Pinton, if it is Pastor Liz or Pastor Nam. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay. And your bonus question is,
Uh-huh.
the most important person is the person who does dash. Yes.
Who feeds your soul?
Feeds
You
your
said?
soul.
Can't hear you. Louder.
Who feeds your soul
Feeds your soul.
and faith?
Yes.
The one who feeds your faith.
The one who feeds your faith
That
is the
is the
correct
correct
answer.
answer.
Congratulations.
What?
So he said the one who feeds your soul. But the correct answer is the person who feeds your faith. So the 1,000 points goes to Harvest Family Church. Congratulations. You
Yes.
have just gone all the way from 2,000 points to 3,000 points at the end of this round.
I think before we conclude, let's just read a few
the
comments.
comments.
What people are saying online, and we have Wanja Mungai. I have Wanja Mungai saying, "Blood of Zechariah." Hey, she didn't know that one.
I have Gladys Kinoti saying, "Good job, Ethel. Congratulations. People are rooting for you out here."
We have Rosaline Blessed who's saying Nikuomoka.
Wow. Faith Kasioka saying, "Yes, Kim."
We have Edwin Chege who's saying Kimanga. Yeah.
People are just Pinton go.
Okay. We have Abby Matei who's just clapping. Same with Carol Malebe and Lillian Marete who's saying, "Wow, TGL."
TGL, we have comments saying, Janet Kimandi saying, "Eish, Pastor Liz." Wow.
We have Suma Shari who's saying Nikufyam.
Now, this is Brain Power, where you either go big or you go home.
Yes.
And tonight, we decided to do things very differently. The contestants that we are having tonight are people that we all know, but they have not participated
In the
in
show before.
any
Oh, yes.
of our episodes before.
Yes.
Because this is a special edition.
So they're doing quite well.
So
if you
they're
compare.
doing quite well.
Eish.
So just comment down below and tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us who you are watching us with, and we will have such an amazing time this very night.
Now, as we go on a short break, we have a special clip that we have prepared just for you to show you how far our contestants have come since the beginning of this show.
Yes.
So that's weeks and weeks, and we just want, as we prepare you for the final episode that is coming this particular Saturday. Yes.
Yes, and mind you, these have been the contestants that started with us all the way from episode 1.
Oh, yes.
That is William and
Angie.
and then we have Paul
And
and
Martin. Oh, yes.
Now these are clips to show you what they do for a living, how they live their lives, and what they have to tell you about Brain Power. Take a look.
They can talk, but they will not succeed. My name's Paul Tiongo. I love the Lord as my personal savior. He's like a big part of my life. I am single. I've been in this
this church now for a year.
Which elements are diamonds made up of almost entirely? Carbon, zinc, or hydrogen?
Carbon,
In what year did the Titanic sink?
1950. Before the outbreak, I wanted to join ushering, but I'm also an assistant leader of a harvest group, CBD 5th Avenue.
Where did the pineapple plant originate from?
Pass.
Which of the following ingredients is not typically part of an English breakfast? Eggs, pancakes, or sausages?
Pancakes.
What is the primary residence of Prince William and Kate Middleton?
England. I work in Multimedia University. I work as an administrator in the university's exams office. I like informing myself about many things. So I think reading, I love football, I watch football. My expectations were very high for the show. I also knew the scope, the content, the scope was going to be very wide. So to be honest, I did not anticipate I would make it this far. But yes, it was, my expectations were also met because the things were not put on a plate for us. It was challenging as I would have expected it to be. And God's favor was on us. Many people can say you need a bit of luck or you need to be fortunate. But for me, I see it as God's favor.
Thessalonians.
THESSALONIANS.
Occasionally.
SIONALLY. Okay, I knew I was carrying the weight of expectations from my zone, and I didn't want to let them down. Okay, some people might say it's just a show, but for me, I believe however small something may look, God always has a purpose and a plan. I know He has a plan. So I said, since I'm available, I'm not going to say no. And I'll still participate and I'll have fun along the way.
What does MM stand for in the periodic table? Yes,
Hey,
zone
fast.
15.
Zone 15.
You buzz fast.
Oh, magnesium.
I'm going to give you one more chance to think about that.
Yes?
Yeah?
Manganese.
Correct.
Correct. That is the correct answer.
I know it can't be like the semi-final. I mean, it has to be special. I know there could be some curveballs and things to make it more interesting. I won't put pressure on myself. I'll just come to have fun. I think I would like to win the grand prize. I'll put a good fight. Our harvest group leader, Mary, our zone, our harvest group, and even my family, I share with them the link to the show and they support. Yeah.
My name is William Mwangi Ngonjiri. This is the Ngonjiri home. I'd like to say Ngonjiri second generation. All right. And I am happily married to a lovely, lovely wife. That's my beautiful wife, Maureen Ngonjiri. And together we have the most amazing blessing. And that's this beautiful young lady over here called Zoe Ngonjiri. So in a nutshell, that's who we are for now, but I'm sure there's many seeds waiting for many more to come. So in Harvest Family Church, I started off as a member, was coming over there to see a certain girl. And then eventually I I fell in love with the place and I joined the ushering team who welcomed me with open arms. And anytime I'm at Harvest Family, that's the ministry that I really resonate with. I work at International Leadership University, formerly NIS, that's Nairobi International School of Theology. I work in the marketing and recruitment department, that's purely an admissions function. And I've been there for a couple of months, I say from March, by God's grace. So from the onset, I think the first hobby that really resonates with me is sports. I love sports. I've played rugby, I've played football, I love basketball, anything that doesn't have a weapon basically. So no hockey, no baseball and all those kinds of things. I love reading. It's a passion of mine. And I also love puzzles. I don't know if that's a hobby. You can count that as a hobby. Yeah, and generally just knowing things. Yeah.
Who said these words? Go away from the Lord, I am a sinful man.
Simon Peter.
Jesus cured Peter's mother-in-law of what illness?
Pass.
Who was sent out with both a warning and an instruction after Jesus healed him?
That's the blind man.
First of all, I just really suggested many other people, my wife included, who could take this role and represent us. And I was told that, this is a good opportunity. And I had seen the flyer, and I was like, brain power. And I was scared. I have to admit. I didn't know the kind of questions you're going to be asked about. But essentially, I thought it will be purely, being that it's Harvest Family, I knew this is Bible stuff. I immediately started rereading my Bible, even the hardcover one. Just hard copy one, just to kind of brush up on biblical knowledge. That was the expectation. I thought it would be purely biblical questions being asked. I've realized cruelty is very different. I mean, the kind of questions we get, it's a very broad space, and it just shows that God is all-rounded. Like, you can't be boxed into one thing, and that's what Brain Power has opened. The experience has opened my mind to that. Like, really knowing different things from different spheres of life is very important, and it's fun. And that's if it's not fun, then automatically we'd be depressed and all that. So we just decided, let's have fun, and if we win, it's a huge bonus to the fun that we're having. Essentially, the team, the zone that we are representing, showed a lot of belief. My wife and child obviously give me a lot of hope to just do this. It's something that we enjoy. Of course, there's a contract signed too, so we have to be there. We don't want to also let down. I don't want to let down my partner because if I don't show up, then that means more burden is on her. And I think because God has given us a chance to do this, I want to milk it to the fullest, so to speak. So every week we'll be there until we win. Yeah. Well, judging by the fact that coming from the first round, we kind of thought it was tough until we got to the semi-finals. And then that was a different kind of ball game. And then we came for the second part, and that was on a whole different level. So if judging by that graph as it's going all the way up, I only shudder at what is going to happen in the finals. But I think we are going to have a lot of blessed fun. We are good in our partnership. We also have amazing opponents to go against. So generally, that's something that I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to see what the question researchers have in store for us. Cruel people. This is really cruel. This is very cliche, very, very cliche. But this amazing vessel right here, this beautiful girl always tells me that you guys are going to win today. And I'm like, it's going to be so tough. But then you just kind of leave the house feeling like it's going to be another good day at the contest. And I love the fact that they support me. They're the light of my life. So the light skins too. So yeah. I think I want to also make a special mention to our zone. Those guys are always commenting over there, Zone 001. They give us so much psych when the hosts are giving us those comments, like Zone 001, we are with you, and yeah, so that's amazing. My family also at home, my brothers, my mom, all over, they're just really routing for me, yeah.
Let them come prepared. We are going to win. We are here to win. And we are here to demolish them. I'm Martin Akweri. I'm born again. I am a harvester. I'm married to one Grace Akweri. We have two beautiful children, a daughter and a son. Yeah, my zone is 007, and my zone leader is Naomi. I serve in the protocol.
What does MM stand for in the periodic table? Yes,
Hey,
zone
fast.
15.
Zone 15.
You buzz fast.
Oh, magnesium.
I'm going to give you one more chance to think about that.
Yes?
Yeah?
Manganese.
Correct.
I am a teacher by profession, a high school teacher for that. I teach in Makueni, a school called Mukabois High School. I enjoy watching soccer. I coach. I'm a coach, a high school coach. And I'm also a referee. And I've refed until Division 2 of the Kenyan Premier League. I'm a fan of Arsenal Football Club. In the Kenyan Premier League, AFC Leopards, but they are all underperforming.
After his meeting with Jesus Christ on his way to Damascus, what does Saul of Tarsus' name change to?
Paul.
Deep in the wilderness of Judea, which insect did John the Baptist use for his sustenance?
Locust.
Which book did Jesus directly write?
None.
My expectation is that as a contestant, I'll win it. We'll win it together. And as a viewer, that it will get better. This is not just maybe the first episode, the first season. No, I think there are more seasons coming. And I think it will get better and better. I think brain power is a competition with an aim of making us better, having fun, and just helping us, testing our intelligence, emotional intelligence, intellectual intelligence, and I think spiritual intelligence too. I think God's favor is also very key, because sometimes you can get questions, not that you are not prepared, but some questions that are a bit difficult. But I think God's favor is also key. Yeah.
Champagne.
CHAMPAGNE.
Flabbergasted.
FLABAGASTED.
I think the finals will have tougher questions. I think being now we are remaining two groups, it will not be easy. Multiple choice will be limited, and I think it will just need it will improve. It will get better, tougher, but it will be cutthroat.
Swimming.
Swimming. All right. 13 seconds. Okay, he's still demonstrating. Maybe there's another word.
8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up.
Yeah, I think God is key for us. Like you and the people who are praying for us, they are really standing with us. Our zone leader and Pastor Caro, that's our pastor. My family, yeah, they always support, pray for me and pray for us. And I think, and even those ones who are cheering from the zone, the likes of Irene and the others. Yeah, I have a strong backing, and I know they are cheering us to the finals and to the victory. Let them come prepared. We are going to win. We are here to win, and we are here to demolish them. Yeah, we are here to demolish them.
How many people were saved on the ark that Noah built?
8.
Who were the only two Israelites allowed to go into the promised land?
Caleb and Joshua.
My name is Angela Kafura Muriuki, aka better known as Angie. I'm first of all a child of God. I'm born again and I love the Lord as my personal savior. I'm a wife to a very handsome man called George Ndomaya Muriuki. I'm a mother to 3 handsome boys. Firstborn Sean Ndamayo, Ryan Jeroge, Liam Kage. I'm the firstborn in a family of 3. Both my parents are alive. Yes, anything else? And I'm a harvester. Most important. I'm in the events industry. As a family, that's my sister, my mother, and my partner from my sister's partner. We do tent and decor. That is hiring out of the tent and doing decor services. We also do event management. We also do catering for all kinds of events. Yes, basically that is what. I personally also do stage management for artists and groups that require it. Events, I've been doing it practically, since, as I said, it's a family business, so tulipata. So after school, I used to do it. I used to help my mom when she was doing in the catering and serving. And then after school, after campus, I joined. And then later on with my sister, the tent and decor. I love to dance. Kama kuna kitu napenda is dancing. Dancing frees my spirit. And singing as well. Yeah, I can say. But another thing I really love to do is to serve people. That's why I do stage management. Or I find I'm usually happy when I see people happy. Sikuji, not patting myself on the back, I'm blowing my own horn, but it gives me pleasure when I see people have settled and are happy. So that's what I love to do, serving people. I'm ready to be surprised, because for us being the first team, we're always there getting the surprise of what is happening. And now this one, since none of us know, I'm just ready to be surprised, honestly. And to have fun, because that's what has been keeping us. To end up too with the mentality that we've come to have fun. If we win, to God be the glory, but the main point is fun. And then don't forget, Jesus is Lord. Yes. From the beginning. I just ended, because every time, they hit up there when you ask questions and sometimes you don't know what to say. I just find myself saying Jesus is Lord. Now I've gone with it all through. Honestly, my partner, William, that guy has been supporting us as a team. Yani he's been the strength of the team, because at times I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have, always saying I should have answered this. I knew the answer, but I said this, I did this. Then he just whispers in my ear, we can do this, we can do this. Liam mwenyewe hapo. Hii kwanza, we've been told to wear sneakers, dress down, I'm afraid. But Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Yeah, but I'm coming to have fun. We are coming to have fun. My husband has really been encouraging me. He's like, you can do it, you can do it. I'm like, I come back home and say, how was I? Did I look? Like, babe, you have this, you have this. And God too has been giving us remembrance, Mungu. Actually, there's someone who mentioned that we've been going past 10,000 after every show. I'm like, yeah, we have. I didn't even. Yeah, we just know we've won, but we never in our mind that we won by this margin. Was it episode 3, the one before this one? We chose movies instead of sports. We were not so sure. So, it didn't go well. Only for the next team to say sports. Liam knew all the answers. We were like, oh my God, we should have. So now, I was still, that time, by the way, Liam is one who just pushed me. William, I was like, now I'm there regretting, I wish we did. So when I was told to choose the next one, I had a mind block. How I chose technology, nikasema tech.
Zone 001, your pick. And this time around, Angie. So which will it be?
Tech.
Technology. All right.
At least I answered one or two nini. Sasa, the next team answered music. Sema kujua all the answers. Even when Brian was saying tafuta, nilikuwa najua majibu zote. My spirit went down. As in, I was like, let's just do this and get over with it. Funny enough, we still won.
Wow, you're saying goodbye to the answer.
You have a lot of moments where you're like, I should have. Because set is watu ni wajinga kusema ukweli. Ile pressure inakuanga hapo. Ile pressure inakuanga hapo, you're like, oh my God, I should have. Now, in fact, most of the time you don't hear what the next team is being asked. Because you're still there wondering, I should have. Those are the many moments I've had, but it has worked out all in the end. All things work together for good. Let's get ready. You and I don't know what's going to happen, but we know that Jesus is Lord and is with us, and we're going to have fun.
And to your opponents as well.
Our opponents, just come as you are. This one, but lakini let the best team win.
The best team win.
I don't want to look at hapa najichocha alafu tushindwe or tuseme Angie. No. May the best team win. I wish them well. Actually, that we met and we had time to talk and share. They're very good people. They're good peeps, cool peeps. Thank you for having us, honestly. When we were asked to join, we had no idea what we were coming into, but we're grateful. I'm happy to be in the first. It's called what season? Yes, I will look forward to seeing myself as well because in Kenya unaenda mnatupangia 10,000. Wow, $100. And I come check cash. Natuletea.
Win it and you see.
See. Yes, sawa. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you that have tuned into Brainpower. This is where you either go big or you go home. And we're your hosts for tonight. My name is Brian Baraka.
And Mark Gathige.
Now tonight we're doing things very differently. We have a very special lot of people that have joined us this very night in the studio. The 12th of September 2020 is indeed such a different night because we are not just having our normal contestants with us this very night, but rather we are having
our pastors and leaders.
Our pastors and leaders.
Yes.
So we have our pastors from right here, Harvest Family Church headquarters, and one from all the way from Harvest Family Church Naivasha. That is none other than Pastor Elizabeth and Pastor Ngash. Why don't you give them a round of applause for joining us this very night? And secondly, we have pastors representing the Ark Youth Church. And that is none other than Pastor Pinton. Why don't you give him a round of applause with his counterpart, Ethel Warusha. They have been battling it out and they want to emerge victorious. And on my right, we have the Greater Love Church. We have the pastor that founded the Greater Love Church that is based in Eldoret Town. And that is none other than Pastor Helen Faith.
Oh, yes.
And joining us this very night is Moses Kimanga. Why don't you just give them a round of applause as we enjoy tonight's special edition of Brainpower.
So just to read a few of your comments, we have Moses Njuguna Gitaka who's saying demolish them, but who are you telling? We have 3 teams.
Well,
Pick one. Pick one.
Collins Kinoti saying at Mary Korea, it's Mpaka Baraka abadilishe katiba kwa spelling bee. Well, I'm not really sure.
I think you've read it in English. Okay, read it again.
No, it's written that way.
Hi, we have Wanja Mungai saying amazing opponents to go against. I wouldn't take that kindly as an opponent, but I'm glad I'm in zone 001. We'll see, Wanja Mungai.
William Mwangi is saying Brainpower is a calling for real.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
We have Murioki Namayu saying Team 001 all the way.
Pastor Charles J. Mururi saying the tension is real.
We have, this is again Wanja Mungai saying watching from the office. We have Sam Wago saying Leom Tafrai. Hey.
Yeah, we have somebody celebrating Pastor Ngash saying Pastor Ngash, yeah.
We have Abby Matei who's saying, I seriously can't wait for the season finale. Well,
yes.
Neither can we.
Neither can we.
So stay tuned.
Shaz Mronji saying, go harvest.
Now, okay, the final comment is from Alice Mihaki Esther who's saying, go teams.
Go teams, go teams, go teams. Now, we have come to quite an interesting round of Brainpower. This is the round that determines who will get to walk away as a loser. No, as a loser.
As a loser.
Yeah, because 2 will walk away as winners. But 1 team has to be the loser tonight. Because this is all about going big or going home.
Okay.
So we have 3 teams that are competing for the grand points, not the grand prize,
and
but the grand
see,
points.
Even in the scores tonight, they're very close.
They're very close to each other. So in this segment, we're going to ask them a series of questions. 4 questions to be specific to each team.
And each question is worth 1,500 points if answered correctly. And the name of the game
is Spelling Bee.
Yes, it is indeed Spelling Bee.
It is indeed Spelling Bee. So what happens is Spelling Bee is if we choose the Greater Love Church, Moses Kimanga will have to spell 2 words. And then he will have to pass the baton over to Pastor Helen. You know, to spell 2 words as well.
Before the show, I told them they were to spell backwards. Well,
the word backwards.
No. Anyway, whichever the case, but that got their attention.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, you will not be answering the question. Not be spelling the words backwards, but just as accurately as possible.
can.
All right? Yes. And to kick things off, we're back to HFC, East or West?
Home is best.
And so keep in mind, you'll answer 2, you have to spell 2, and Pastor Elizabeth, the other 2. So who's going to be the first one?
I'll be the first.
You'll be the first. So closer to the microphone, and you have 45 seconds. Okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Closer. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Your timer and your words begin now. Spell conglomeration.
CONGLOMER. Pass.
Caesar.
Caesar is CAESAR.
Pastor Liz. Anakazo.
ANAGZO.
Mississippi.
MISSISSIPPI.
And time is up with 4 words spelled.
Yes. Now, conglomeration. Woo! Hey! It's not easy, eh? Conglomeration is CONGLOMERATION. Conglomeration. Okay? Caesar. Of course, you spelled it correctly. We have Anakazo. Wow. Anakazo, you missed a K.
Yes.
And an A, because you just went anyway.
Straight
Yes.
to Z.
But the word you spelled correctly was Mississippi.
Double S, double S, double P. How did you get that?
When you travel.
You can't say you've traveled and you can't spell Anakazo. Hey!
Traveling is indeed the answer.
Anyway, so you spelled one word correctly, so well done. That's 1,500 points added to your score. Okay?
They actually spelled 2 words correctly.
You got 2 correct.
Mississippi and Caesar.
Oh, Mississippi and Caesar.
Yes.
My apologies. So that's 3,000 points added to your score. So at least now you can breathe. The question becomes, can the other 2 teams beat, maintain? We
Yes.
shall find out.
We shall find out. And the AQ Church, you have exactly 45 seconds to spell the following words correctly. Ethel, you need to spell 2 words and then pass the baton over to Pastor Pinton to spell the remainder of the 2 words. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, and your 45 seconds begins now. Catastrophe.
CATASTROPHE.
Spaghetti.
SPAHAGETTI.
Pastor Pinto. Pneumonia.
PNEUMONIA.
Entrepreneur.
ENTERPREUR.
And with 14 seconds on the clock remaining, you have successfully spelled 4 words, not all of them correctly, but some of them correctly. So, Ethel and Pastor Pinto, how many words do you think you have spelled correctly so far?
3.
3? Well, 3 is sadly not correct. You have been able to successfully spell 2 out of the 4 words correctly. And the words that you spaghetti. Now, pneumonia is spelled PNEUMONIA. And entrepreneur is spelled ENTREPRENEUR. That is the correct spelling of pneumonia and entrepreneur. But congratulations, you have been able to spell 2 words rather correctly, meaning that you now have 3,000 points.
Okay, well done. So 3,000. Let's see how well you can do in this round. Okay, so who's going to be our first one? You.
Yes.
All right, so closer to the microphone. Keep in mind, 4 words. 2 Moses, 2 Pastor Faith. So 45 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your words and your timer begin now. Spell Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
Theocracy. Theocracy.
TheocraCRS. Pass.
Pastor. Acrimonious.
ACRYMONOUS.
Tuberculosis.
TUBER_dash.
Underscore dash.
Underscore culosis.
Tuberculosis is 1 word.
Cuba.
No. Well done, nonetheless. At least you're able to get to answer 4. The word spelled correctly, the only word spelled correctly was Lamborghini. Lamborghini. Theocracy is Theo, then you had another O, but it was Theocracy. Acrimonious does not have an I, a Y, it has an I. He said ACRY, and it's ACRIMONI, another one, OUS. And tuberculosis, TUBERCULOSIS. So with that said, you have spelled 1 word correctly, giving you 1,500 points. Well done. And we're not done yet. We have 1 more word, a bonus word. So whoever hits the buzzer first gets to have the first crack at it. All right?
Yes.
The word to spell is miscellaneous. Yes.
Harvest Family Church, pastors.
MISCELLENIOUS.
And the second
Not quite.
But you're almost there. Second pastor to pass was none other than the Arcu Church.
MISCELLANEOUS.
Congratulations, Arcu Church. That is indeed the correct spelling of the word miscellaneous, meaning that currently you have acquired 1,500 extra points. Why don't you just all give them a round of applause for the great job that they have done. You now are
our champions for this one.
Champions for tonight's episode. Congratulations, Arcu Youth Church, for that.
Wow,
well done.
Now, before we mention who got what and such things.
Who got not.
We have a few comments from people as we wrap up, and we have, this is Jewel Lulu saying, not nice. We have Nite Vicky who's saying, Pastor Liz, way.
Hilda Achieng saying, yay, go Arc Church.
We have Feli Waiguru saying, _wins it.
This is the second time this has happened. I don't know if you remember, Mark, when there was another person who spelled with an apostrophe.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That was, I think, in episode 2.
Yeah, and space. We have Marshall Emily saying, whoa, let me just watch and cheer. Yeah, it's okay.
Lugaga Okado saying, that's my church.
We have Prince Rogers JMM who's saying, tuberculosis angoa.
Sess Ngugi saying, Baraka, be nice. I'll try to be.
We have Ruth Kiel who's saying, go Pastor Faith.
Collins Kinoti is saying, we named it, we claimed it, Arcu Youth Church it is.
Hey, wow. We want such supporters when we are contestants.
Dial 0711 -- to get the best supporters in town.
No. Anyway, so Joseph Kiadu saying,
_123.
Please. Congratulations to the Ark Church from Joseph Kiari, and finally Norim Chapkirui, who's saying, good job, Ark Church.
Not good and faithful servant.
Not good and faithful servant, no. So on to our scores for tonight.
On to our scores from tonight. This has been Brain Power, where you either go big or you go home. And tonight is a special edition. This is not the finals, but rather this is a special edition where we brought in leaders and pastors from different churches that are all part of Harvest Family Church, led by none other than our senior pastor, Pastor Jimmy Mashare. Now, on my right, we have the Greater Love Church being represented by Pastor Helen and Moses Kimanga. And right in the middle, we have the Ark U Church being represented by none other than Pastor Pinton and Ethel. And last but not least, on our left, we have none other than our singing star herself, the beautiful Lady Pastor Liz Macau. And the gentleman all the way from Harvest Family Church Naivasha, that is Pastor Nash himself.
He has the record of being the fastest one to say pass in a game. Yes.
Pass.
Anyway,
pass is the correct answer.
So we're going to begin with the Greater Love Church, who came, they did their level best. And by the end of this episode, they have gotten 5,500 points.
Congratulations, Greater Love Church. We have Moses and Pastor Fee. Congratulations,
so
it's not been easy.
Yeah, so they are a number 3 for
They
tonight.
are our number 3 for tonight. And put in mind that as we're having the special edition, this means that none of the teams are proceeding anywhere. But rather, this was just for us to take a breather and to allow our contestants.
Someone said what we made the contestants go through last week was they need leave. Yes.
But what will make them go through? Trust you me. It's not going to be easy.
You would really want to stay around and just watch the finals, which are this coming Saturday. So make sure that you are here, right here.
Right here, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Simply search for Jimmy Masharia and you'll be good to go. And we have our mother church, that is Harvest Family Church, with Pastor Liz and Pastor Nash with 8,500 points. Congratulations.
Well done.
You have done such a great job.
I see you did not use underscore anywhere.
And now, last but not least, they say that they came with brain power.
Oh, yeah.
They actually did it. And the word worked for them. That is the Ark U Church. They are the winners of tonight's episode with 9,000 points. Congratulations to Pastor Pinton and Ethel Keener. That has been quite a round for them. Why don't you just give them a round of applause as you watch from the comfort of your house.
There's power in matching.
There's power in matching.
There's power in matching.
I think that's the key.
William and Angie.
William and Angie did that. Pastor Pinton and Ethel did that. So, if you want to come onto this show
and win,
yes, look for same clothes, look for same shoes, and maybe put on glasses.
If possible,
if possible. It surely does that.
And don't use underscore.
Oh yeah.
And clearly don't use underscore or apostrophe.
Now keep in mind that our contestants who are coming on next week are competing for 100 USD.
That is translated to 10,000 Kenya shillings in real cash. Not monopoly money.
Not monopoly.
Not monopoly money.
Yes.
So tune in at exactly 7:30 p.m. next Saturday to watch our finals as Angie, Martin, Paul and William battle it out for the ultimate prize.
Oh yes. Now keep in mind, tomorrow we have an amazing worship experience just for you. So make sure you are actually, if you're in Rongai, come.
Join us physically.
Be part of our experience tomorrow, and let's have an amazing time together as a family. For those of you who are far in other countries, make sure you also log in. We are live at 9 a.m. every single morning, East African time.
Yeah? So simply search for Jimmy Mashare on either Facebook or YouTube, and you will get to enjoy our worship experience live from the comfort of your house. But as Mark has said, if you're in Rongai, feel free to join us. We are located in around Laser Hill, rather, that is opposite Ongata Academy, 300 meters from the road. If you can't walk, just take a motorbike and you'll get right here at the gate. And trust you me, our senior pastor, Pastor Jimmy Masharia, ooh, the words that he has been preaching to us, especially on the Faith series,
Oh, yes.
they are life transforming and you need to hear them.
Keep in mind that the most important person in your life is the person who feeds your faith.
Not your soul.
Not your soul, your faith.
Your faith.
And the person who is going to speak to you tomorrow has the ability to take you from obscurity to notoriety.
And now remember that we will be back on Saturday, same place, same time, different outfits,
Different contestants. And the ultimate prize.
The ultimate grand prize of 10,000 Kenya shillings. Now from this side of the studio, into your living room, into your TV, your phone, or wherever medium you're watching us from, we wish you an amazing night. And remember that tomorrow we will be back. And always stay at the top because that is where you and I do belong. Have a lovely, lovely night.